Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming here to join Team Maura for another one of our chats. We've done a couple of these now. We did an education chat, a senior services chat, and then just last week, I was able to sit down with Representative Karina Villa, and we did a little get to know you chat. So I'm finding these to be a really good way for you all out there to get to know me, see what I'm all about, since I can't knock on doors right now, which is a big part of our campaign. So I think this is a good way for you to get to know me. And full disclosure, we are doing a sink renovation downstairs because this is natural, real life. I'll let you know. My husband is replacing our kitchen sink right now. So fingers crossed, we have no interruptions, but he's a pretty good planner. So I think that's going to be okay. And other than that, tonight we are chatting with some small business owners in the 49th district. So we have some wonderful small business owners in our community whose entrepreneurship and hard work make our community a lovely, vibrant place to live. And I am really excited to talk to them about the challenges they faced in the COVID-19 pandemic, how their business has changed and the creative ways they're dealing with the changes as they navigate this, as we all are. And small business is really what makes our communities thrive and what makes our downtown special. So we want to support them, and I'm here to listen and help in any way I can. So with that, I am going to introduce our first guest tonight. His name is James Joseph. If you live in Batavia, then you know all about him. He owns the Book Shop in Batavia, which is a really cool place. Hey, James.
Hi.
So James started the bookshop as a dream. I remember when it was happening virtually in our town because he's really caught lightning in a bottle. It was what we needed, was a bookshop. And it started with pop-ups. And then was it in the spring of 2018, the dream became a reality. And you opened the bookshop on River Street. And it's really a vibrant place. I know in our family, it's become a place where our teenager can go meet her friends, hang out and share a love of books and get lost there in a good way. Go get lost in the bookshop, we can say. So it's just been a welcome addition to our downtown. And it's really cool to have you here.
Thank you very much for having me. I greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. So how are you doing, first and foremost? How are you holding up and your loved ones and your family?
Well, actually, it's been quite a cool time. I got laid off from my job right before the pandemic. So I've been home, which is nice because I mainly just hang out with my daughter all day long. Her mother is a CNA at a nursing home, so she is right in the battlefield.
Yeah.
So we just keep it to the three of us, and and then I've been trying to adjust the shop to my house slowly, but
yeah. Have you been bringing books back and forth, or?
Yeah.
I see a lot of books back there, which is what you'd expect from a book lover. So
actually, I had to put all my personal books. I even took out my TV out because I don't even use my TV anymore. So I just got rid of my TV, and that's all my personal books.
Yeah.
So
are you taking online orders? Is that?
Through the Facebook page right now. I'm actually backlogged. That's how many orders we have. I'm getting emails, Facebook messages. It just started out simply. I've been trying to get an online presence more distinctive, but that takes quite a bit of time unless you're going to go with Amazon.
Right. And we don't want to do that right now. We want to support local. We want to support you. Yeah. So it's a good way to do that. If there's a book that I want or someone in my house wants, I contact you via Facebook and you see if you have it in your vast inventory or.
Yeah. That's exactly how it works. Usually if you send a message to the shop or send an email to the shop, I had to work with it today, but it goes directly to my phone. So I'm in constant contact. And then I just got a message that my inventory is about to increase by another 15 boxes of books next week. So,
Wow.
yeah. So there may be stuff that I didn't have last week that I will have this week. That's the thing about these bookshops. It's constantly constant turnover.
Yeah. And where do you get your books from?
Usually in-store credit. Also, we've been very lucky because in the area there's a lot of downsizers. So people just trying to get rid of just trying to find a home for their books. Or when Marie Kondo, I think was her name, came out with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A bunch of people decided to follow that, but you know, people like me don't.
No, because all your books bring you joy. So why would you get rid of them?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. So do you have any employees at your store, or are you sort of a one-man shop?
No, it's just me.
Okay.
I will be. There's people that are coming on to help me out here and there, but it'll be just me.
Yeah. So that didn't affect you too much with the shelter and home orders and shuttering your doors for a while. You didn't have to put it.
I got really lucky because I live 2 blocks away from the shop.
Yeah.
So I'm right on River Street still. So I just fly down there anytime I need anything. I go there every few days, check on things, and gather up more books. So I've got a load in my car right now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you feel the community has stepped up during this time for small businesses in Batavia?
Oh, wow. I've always said I could only do this here. This bookshop would only be able to function here in Batavia. And Batavia keeps proving me right every time. Main Street has been incredible. The different programs they put together. Black Cactus Printing, another small business here, has been doing a really cool thing where you can pre-order shirts of all of the local businesses.
Yeah.
So his profits are covered, and then I get some of that. So it's a way to support the local businesses around here. There's been a lot of cooperation between the Chamber and Main Street, and then business to business also. I mean, it's just wonderful.
Yeah, that's really fabulous. I feel as though Main Street has really stepped up in this huge creative way to help downtown Batavia. You know, we are lucky to live in this community.
Yes.
It has been so fabulous. Yeah.
So
what are you looking forward to when we get to the other side of this, which we will? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to sitting in my shop and having conversations again.
Yeah.
That was always the difference between my shop and, say, corporate shops. They're usually given a script and they can only go so far, whereas I can talk to you about whatever book I want. I don't have an agenda to sell a certain book. I'm trying to find the right book for the right person.
Yeah. So we are missing those conversations, I think, right now.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, I have them in small ways.
Yeah.
The nice part, usually it's some correspondence have been like 10 or 15 messages between me and an interested party. And that's really cool. Yeah. I can send them pictures of what I have at my house, and go from there. So
yeah, we are finding new ways to interact with each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because I think before this, I've seen you at a couple events, and we don't really, at events, when you're talking to a bunch of different people, we don't get to chat. So that's one small gift that we can have a little time to chat with each other, not face to face. But yeah. So is there any way the community can support you, or anything you'd like to shout out there to people?
The biggest thing that I want to remind people, and most businesses are doing this too. Excuse me, I'm sweating. Gift card purchases.
Okay. Yeah.
Gift cards. All the businesses around here have gift cards. Even Richard Nelson at Classic Tattoo, who just opened up this year, he's offering discounts on his gift cards, I believe, or something with his gift cards. I don't want to speak for him, but I offer gift cards. I have for a year and a half now, and it's been incredible. It's wonderful, and it's a good way to assure yourself and and support us If people are okay with that and waiting, I mean, even if they decide, oh man, I want a book instead of a gift card, they can still use their gift card during this time to buy books. So it's not
right.
You're not at a loss for anything. But yeah.
I love that idea because, as I said, we have a 13-year-old daughter, our oldest, and she likes to take off on her bike and go do things downtown. And I think the bookshop is a perfect thing for those teens to do. And what great gifts for friends, birthday presents and stuff. But a gift card to the bookshop, because that gift card goes a long way at the Book Shop Batavia compared to
I once had a customer, he was gifted a $100 gift card, and that took him a full year to use.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was quite the reader. Well,
that's awesome. Gifts for everybody, gift for you and gift for them. That's really great.
Yep.
Well, good. I really appreciate you stopping by to talk to us tonight, James.
Gladly.
And we have a couple other people on the line to chat with. So I'm going to say goodbye, but I really appreciate you kicking us off because you have such a cool shop. It does a lot for our downtown, and we want to help you get through this and be successful. So
thank you very much.
All right. Okay. We'll see you later, James.
Take care.
Bye. All right. That was our first cool business owner. That was really fun to learn new information. And I love what he said about gift cards to think about. I often think about restaurant gift cards. It comes to mind first, but the Book Shop Batavia gift card, as he said, will go a really long way. And a tattoo gift card. I've never thought about that before. So that's a cool idea too. Next up, I'm really excited about this. We have the women from Limestone, Leah Lemon and Joy Mason, are here to talk to us about the really cool ways they've been navigating the changes that have come up. They're quite important people in Batavia because we like our caffeine. Hi, Leah. Oh, are they there? I think they're coming. Here we go.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
This
is great.
I have an echo. Are you on?
Say again.
Okay. I'm echoing.
Let's see.
If the Facebook is, let me ask Kat. Okay. I think I'm better now. Okay. Sorry. I could just hear myself twice. It's nerve-wracking enough when I can hear myself once. So Joy, I think your Facebook page is open. So it's hearing me, it's having feedback twice, maybe.
Okay.
So Kat, close it. Sorry. There. I think we're good now.
Hopefully.
Okay, we've never done on the screen before. I'm very sorry for sharing. So, Joy and Leah, you bought Limestone in 2018, is that right?
Yes, we did. October of 2018.
Awesome. So we go there a lot. My son, it's mostly my son because he's not school aged yet. So we often go there.
Yeah, I've seen you there. Yeah.
We often go there in the middle of the day for our caffeine or anything. And you have really taken over Limestone with love, I feel like, because Limestone was a pretty beloved place already. And then you and Joy really have a love for coffee houses and coffee culture that I think you have pushed forward, which is really great. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah. I mean, it was just something that we and I, my husband and I had always gone to Limestone for many years, and we were so excited to be able to carry on the culture.
Yeah. I think Joy's coming back. We'll see if she comes back in.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
That's better.
I
Yay.
got headphones.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
Perfect.
Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
We were just talking about, or I was just saying how wonderful it was, you and Leah, when you came into Limestone, you just kept the love and the culture that had already been developed there, and you're just moving it forward in a way that's really natural and authentic, and I think really helps our community in Batavia. We love it. So
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great to hear.
So how are the two of you holding up personally, your families and your home lives and distance learning? And you have a baby, is that right, Joy?
Yes, almost 10 months old. So it's actually, we're just being like, we're happy to see like all of her milestones, like pretty much every day, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's, it's rough being stuck at home, just like everybody, but we have a lot to be thankful for.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a gift, I guess, to slow down this time with a baby because
Right.
it moves so quickly. I know everyone says that, but it is
Yeah.
a gift to look at it that way. Yeah. How about you, Leah?
Yeah, we're doing okay. I have a 6th grader and a 3rd grader, and they are just, part of our motto in life is just you got to go with the flow. So,
Yeah.
Anything that comes, you just figure it out, you go with it. So,
Yeah. That's great.
yeah.
So your business has changed a lot. Tell me about what happened right after the first governor's order, the shelter in place. Did you shut down right away? What happened there?
Joy, do you want to take that?
Sure. Yeah. We shut down for like a 2-week period just to sort of like partially help do our part in lowering the curve of the virus spreading and sort of self-mandated closing, right?
Yeah.
And just sort of regroup. Like, I think it took us 2 weeks of just sitting on this new normal and realizing, okay, how are we going to feel good about reopening? Do we want to reopen? Because we had the possibility, because we're an essential business. And so we basically just hashed out all of our ideas and of course it's evolved almost every day, but what we decided to do, the curbside pickup station has worked.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, and you also have employees in a regular world. How many employees do you have?
That has fluctuated, but
Yeah.
I would say we've averaged around maybe 15.
Yeah. And have you had to let many of them go, or some people picking up shifts? But I don't know.
Yeah. So they were all part-time employees anyway. Not that that has less value at all because they are still very valued. But we did have to furlough most of them. And as we have felt, it was safe both for them and for our community. We have slowly tried to rehire as opportunity has, given itself, but still trying to find ways to value each and every one of our staff members. And part of that is just staying connected with them, and all the tips that come in, we send it back out to all of our staff. So,
wow. Yeah.
Just because it's just the least we can do right now.
Yeah. Well, I hear that you both lead with a lot of empathy and thoughtfulness. I'm sure having to furlough people weighed heavily on you because you are a team and a community there at Limestone. So it's wonderful that you're slowly building back up, but you do have to socially distance even when you're inside making coffees and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So the curbside pickup has been pretty successful though, would you say?
Yeah, it is keeping Limestone alive. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
We want Limestone to be alive at the end of this, just like you were speaking with James on the other side, which we're going to make it through.
Yes.
If Batavia keeps supporting us like they are, we're alive. We're going to be alive on the other side.
And that's what we all want. So the support you've seen from the community has to continue. We have to keep ordering our curbside coffees and gluten-free monster cookies. That's what we And we've gotten beans, having your coffee beans for the days when you're not open, and gift
Right.
cards, as James was saying.
Yes.
I'm sure
Right.
Yeah.
help.
Yep.
Yeah. And Main Street has helped. You've
Yes.
done some baked goods for the Main Street.
The caring for the caretakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. That's really wonderful.
Yeah. Oh,
Here's some
There's our team.
Yeah. So you all last weekend, maybe your crew.
Yes.
Yeah. So you were able to add a few people back in.
Yes.
That's wonderful. And then I think there's a picture of your to-goes. I'm just so glad that you were able to creatively find a way to keep on moving and keep working. Question: have you explored any of the federal relief programs? Do you have anything to share about that, or has anything worked?
Because I'll say a little bit about that, because we are, quote, alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Batavia is, and other communities around us are, supporting Limestone such that right now we don't feel like that's the right avenue for us to pursue.
Okay.
Right now we're focusing our energy on just making sure we're doing our best with the curbside stuff right now. We feel like part of our own program is just doing what we do best and making sure that we can keep running our business, and we are able to. We're very thankful for that.
Yeah.
So we have not, we did apply in the beginning, but we haven't heard back.
Right.
And if we hear back, we'll decide if we want to actually use some of the SBA money that we applied for weeks and weeks ago. But again, if we keep trending like we are and staying alive, we're okay. We don't need that right now.
Yeah. I am just in awe of your thoughtful leadership. I said it before, but the two smart women running a really, I also use this word all the time, and it might sound weird, but like an empathetic business,
Thank you.
That means a lot.
You're thinking of the community. You're thinking of the country when you're thinking about whether you need a PPP or if there's someone else who needs it more. So I think we can all learn a lot from the way you are running this wonderful coffee business. I am
Thank you.
grateful that you came and shared your experiences. Is there anything else we can do for you as the community? Any shout outs you want to give to programs or specials you have coming up or anything like that?
Well,
Leah, do you want to talk about this week, specifically what's going on this week, and then I'll share a few?
Are you talking about the t-shirts?
That and the teachers. Those
the teacher appreciation. Yeah, James mentioned Black Cactus doing the tip jar t-shirts, and so we're participating in that also, as a bunch of other local businesses. And we've also had multiple people reaching out to buy gift cards because it's Teacher Appreciation Week, and so a lot of families are like purchasing gift cards to pass on to teachers. So I view that as a win-win. Supporting us, but also loving on, the teachers who are doing such a fabulous job right now. And if you're like talking about community, and I know Joy will pop in with some of this too, but like when people post about, their experience at Limestone or something that they've we love seeing those posts. We love seeing the community interacting in that way. So,
and it truly helps to amplify your business. If people see their friends grabbing a coffee on a Saturday morning, or that's really helpful. Yeah.
So to emphasize the two things that we really would love people to do, those specific things, but just keep buying the delicious things from Limestone. Come get your stuff. Come and then post about it, tag Limestone. And then, just make sure that after this is all over, keep doing it, on the other side, we really, and Batavia has, and they will, it's just such a fabulous community. And I think that's everything. Just buy stuff from us,
Yeah. Are you
The
doing
most important thing. And then for our staff to keep tipping so generously like we have.
Yeah,
That would be
tipping.
the big thing.
And I was thinking Mother's Day. Are you selling quiches?
We're doing just our pastries right
Just
now.
the pastries. Okay.
Just because of supply chain limitations, we
Oh,
really
sure.
are so trying
Yeah.
to keep consistent, and that's what we can do right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have so many yummy pastries. That's a nice Mother's Day treat, I think. Breakfast,
Yeah.
limestone latte, some yummy pastries.
Yes.
I think that would be wonderful. So,
Awesome.
what are you most looking forward to? I asked this about James. I'm sure you will have the same answer, but once we're on this other side and the community is out and about again, what are you most looking forward to?
You first, Leah.
Okay. I mean, it would absolutely be having people back in the shop again. And the way we've been taking orders is over the phone. So we've still been able to like hear people's voices and wave at them, but we just can't wait to have our community back.
Yeah, for sure. I think
I echo the same thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all anxious to get back in there and see you again. But we're really grateful for what you've been doing. And again, for your business leadership. I think we can learn a lot from the way, this is my own thing, but the way that ladies do business, I think.
Thank you.
Thanks, Maura.
Thank you so much for popping on. I appreciate your time tonight. I hope you have a great week and a very happy Mother's Day to you both.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
You too. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that was such a nice little chat with Limestone. I'm feeling just so uplifted by our small business chats. I know that small businesses have a lot of worry that they're facing, but I think the creativity and the leadership that's coming through right now and the support of the community is something that we can all, a little piece of good that we can all feel good about. So next up, we have a super fun businesswoman, Shari Raulish, who owns the Peaceful Parlour on 3rd Street in Geneva. Hi, Shari. How are you?
I cannot hear Maura.
Oh,
Is there something I'm supposed to do with my audio?
I don't know. I can hear you.
I can't hear you at all.
Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll disconnect.
I'm unmuted myself. I can't hear you.
Oh, Kat says to refresh your page.
Refresh your page.
Okay, I will introduce Shari because she has a really cool backstory. So Shari is a Pennsylvania native who graduated from Penn State University in architectural engineering. And after college, she spent 20 years advancing in the construction management industry with the hopes of one day starting her own business, which she has, which I think is really inspiring. After the birth of her son and the recession, her life hit a turning point, and she changed her consumer habits, incorporated methods of simple living, and delved into new ways of natural living. In establishing Peaceful Parlour in the spring of 2010, she was able to merge these new passions and dreams and open a business while supporting her son. In 2012, she began attending the Midwest Herbal Conference in Almond, Wisconsin, which fed into her love of plants and learning about their medicinal properties. She has since been a continual sponsor of this conference and created a line of organic herbal tea blends, which are hand blended in the shop. That's so cool. Can you hear me now, Shari? Yeah?
I can. Thank you for the assistance with your back of the scenes folks there.
We need to give Kat a shout out because she doesn't like to be on camera, but she makes the magic happen. So we could not do this without Kat Maggio. Thank you, Kat. So I'm glad she brought you back on. So Shari, how are you doing personally with, how's everything with you?
I think like a lot of other people, I have ups and downs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm running good for a couple of days, and then one day I'm like, in tears in the kitchen or something like that. And I would guess that that's common for a lot of what everybody's going through.
Yes, I certainly feel that. Yeah, ups and downs are definitely it. Yeah.
But my ups are more than my downs. So,
Yes.
I would say I'm pretty good for 5 or 6 days. And then there's that one day or something like that, so.
Yeah. Yeah. And how has tell us a little bit about Peaceful Parlour, actually, because you have a lot of different things in there.
Well, the concept when I opened was I wanted to make it a general store with all things eco-friendly, fair trade, and USA made. And we started that way, and we still have a lot of those products. And once I started attending the herbal conference, we grew into offering the herbal tea blends. I make my own herbal remedies that I mostly offer to friends and family right now. And then through this herbal apprenticeship, I've recently started an herbal apprenticeship with Moonwise Herbs, which is the founder. Linda Conroy is the founder of the conference I've been attending. And so I'm exploring if I want to expand that into an actual business and really establishing a foundation for my practice. And we'll see where that goes. So I'm going to pursue that through the rest of the year.
Yeah, I love this. It's always learning, always growing, always changing. What a great model for a business, for life, really. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
So tell me about what happened when we first had the shutdown order. Did you shut your doors for a few days, or, oh, I lost you again. Can you hear me? Maybe, oh, there she goes. Well, she's gone again. That's okay. So Shari's business is in Geneva, but I believe Shari lives in Batavia. So it's a unique perspective of, what life is like on 3rd Street right now, which is not technically not in the 49th district, but is an important small business commerce area. So it'll be interesting to hear how life has changed for her. I think she's done some online orders and she's progressing her business forward. I really want to thank you all for being with us tonight. It's really fun, I think, to see our small business owners share their experiences and their expertise with us all, and as a community come together to support them. I think Shari is coming back. I'm not sure. Oh, are you there? Can you hear me, Shari?
Yep, there we go.
Great.
I can. Somebody was calling my phone. I apologize.
Oh,
It kicked
that's
me
all
out.
right. That's okay.
So I heard you talking. Were you asking about the merchants on 3rd Street and everything?
Yeah, I was asking about how you have adapted your business to comply with the shelter-in-place orders and things like that. What changes have you made?
Mm-hmm. Well, it so happened that I had an employee that was leaving. I had a seasonal employee that I kept on over Christmas and through January and February, and she faded out. So that was good timing.
Yeah.
And then since I'm an herbalist and I've been participating in some herbal hangout calls, some teleseminars, I really focused on supporting people with herbs that can nourish and support their body, strengthen and tonify, things like nourishing herbal infusions. So the first couple of weeks I was focused on offering simple and safe herbal remedies to support your body, support your nervous system, the extra stress that we're dealing with. So I was allowed to be open because of essential business with the herbal remedies and tea.
Okay.
Although many people really knew that, no matter how much advertising I was doing. But now I think with the curbside availability, it's opened it up a little bit more. I did have a small online presence. I put a lot of, more energy and focus into that to get that up and running a little bit more, to list more products, to make it more appealing. So most of our business has been online, and with the curbside pickup that's now offered and allowed with the new stay-at-home modifications, it's opening up people to realizing that, yes, the shops are open, the availability is there. And I'm happy for the other merchants in town because a lot of them didn't have online stores and they all scrambled. And that's a huge expense because I've done it. So it can be considerable time and energy. Like I was talking to my sister the other day. I don't have my inventory linked in with the online store. So somebody
Oh,
may order something that I haven't updated the inventory and I might be out of it.
right,
So, but that's that's the difference between me and like a large corporation. And I
right.
think people are very accommodating with that.
Yes,
So,
I hope so. We all understand the jump from in-person retail to online retail is an enormous undertaking. So
yeah.
I'm glad now with the new guidelines that people are realizing that they can pick things up at your shop if they need them, and
Yep.
those nourishing herbs. I think a lot of people
Yes.
need to de-stress and take care of their bodies right now. So
Yep.
yeah.
That's an easy and simple thing to do without any concern for allergies or current medications, things like that. I think up on the screen is our Pamper Mom kits. So we've put
Yeah.
together an 8-ounce bath salt with a Theo chocolate bar, which is organic, fair trade for life, really clean ingredients there. With any of our teas, you get a 2-ounce bag of tea. So we have a couple of those sample packages listed online, and people can check out our Mother's Day tab and look for those. We have a personal wellness section on the online store, and that's where the nourishing herbal infusions are listed. And anybody can call me. The nourishing herbal infusions actually come from a well-known herbalist, Susan Weed, and so she's the one who kind of created a protocol or a series of those to drink. And I'm simply continuing to express the wise woman tradition of herbal medicine.
Oh, wow. Wow. So I hope people take advantage. These look like really nice Mother's Day gifts for sure.
Yep. And we can customize. So we can talk
Yeah.
with you about, what your mom likes, what her interests are, things like that. And then, yes, 10 years. We celebrated our 10-year anniversary party on March 7th, right before everything closed, like the next week. So, we had so much fun, and then everything shut down, and
Yeah.
we were really just starting to have a good time this year.
Talk about highs and lows. You know, what an accomplishment to run a successful business for 10 years and then have a global pandemic, which I think that your creativity and your hard work, you are navigating this really well.
Well, and it takes 10 years to do that.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if this would have happened 5 years ago, I think I would have been not sleeping at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that you are handling this in stride, and so people should seek you out. There's your phone number right there. Is there anything else you'd like the community to know about the small businesses on 3rd Street, or about anything happening in Geneva, how we can support our neighbors over there?
Sure. We all have gift certificates listed online. I think if you go to the Geneva Chamber website, they have a lot of resources. They've been really responsive, putting together spreadsheets about the different businesses and who's open, what their hours are, what your curbside availability is, a list of everybody that has online gift certificates and things like that. So the Chamber's been very helpful there. And a lot of folks have been buying gift certificates with us. Once people try our teas and taste our teas, they're not like anything that they've bought before. And
Okay.
now we're starting to get repeat orders from new customers that have recently discovered us. So I think we're going to come out of this when it starts to when it opens up more and we catch our stride a little bit more. We've got some new customers.
Well, good. That's a bright lining then from this crazy time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
I really
exciting.
appreciate you stopping by to chat with us and sharing your experience and your ingenuity, and you have a lot to offer our community. So I appreciate it. You can nourish our minds and bodies. I think that's really great.
And if somebody has questions, please call me. I'm happy to help. I'm happy to offer my services and assist anybody. If they have symptoms, if they're scared, nervous, things like that, please reach out. I'm truly happy to help.
I believe it. You are a warm spirit. I think we met maybe at a Mom's Demand meeting a couple of years ago is when I first remember meeting you. So I really appreciate you coming out to chat with us tonight.
Thank you for the invitation, Maura.
You're welcome. Thanks, Shari. So everybody get to Peaceful Parlor and take care of themselves. It can nourish you. I love that. All right. Wow. We have such cool businesses here in the Fox Valley. Next up, let's see, sorry. And last but not least, our final guest is a friend. He is a member of Team Maura. He helped us gather signatures this fall with 2 of his 4 kiddos. And his wife, I just have to mention, the fabulous Miss Bridget was our youngest son's speech pathologist. So that's how we met the Contreras family. But tonight we are talking with Dr. Mondrian Contreras, who is a veterinarian, and oh, he's got his scrubs on and everything. Hey,
Maura.
Dr. Contreras is the owner of Carroll Stream Animal Hospital, and he has a passion for teaching and is a member of the Junior Achievement and the CVMA, and regularly gives lectures about his profession all across Illinois. He writes children's books. You're starting a podcast. You're like a man of many talents. As I mentioned, we know his family, his wife, Bridget, and his 4 fabulous kiddos. I'm so glad you're here with us tonight. Thank you for coming.
Maura, I appreciate you having me. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do want to make one correction, though. It was 4 of my 4 kids. I had all my kids on campaigning for you.
I'm sorry.
and Khalil, I'm going to tell you a lot. He's a campaigner. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
we are excited to go back out. Okay. Maura, when it's when you can. Okay.
Thank you. I mean, all 4 of your kids. I didn't realize the bigger ones were there.
Oh, yeah.
Because
They were there too.
I have middle school kids and they don't like to come campaign with me. It's really just the 4-year-old I can drag with me most of the time.
Oh yeah, we need to show all of them. They need to put every outfit. They're excited for you.
Yeah, so. Awesome. So tell me a bit about your practice and what has changed for you during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, quite a bit has changed. We again, we're primarily a small animal hospital. We see primarily cats and dogs. We have our focus really is on preventative care. So we do like to see, my favorite is to see healthy pets because I love seeing healthy pets and to keep them healthy. That's my favorite. But we do see quite a bit. We see a ton of emergencies quite a bit. And so we're able to do really kind of most soft tissue surgeries. We're able to do a lot of orthopedic surgeries. We have all the, in-house blood work. We have the ultrasound, digital x-rays, dental x-rays. So we have all the equipment that's needed to provide obviously extremely great care for our pets. And so again, we have about 15 employees. So I have 15 employees. So we're a pretty small hospital. But yeah, I would say things have changed dramatically since everything has occurred.
Have you been open this whole time?
So we have been open the whole time, and I think the changes that we've kind of had to make is really we've had to tell a lot of owners, that are with our healthy pets, kind of if we can delay things, and so with things like certain vaccines and things like that, if we can maybe delay it like a month or 2, just until we kind of get out of this, staying at home situation. And so more of the healthy pets, we kind of like making sure they're still getting their preventative monthly heartworm and flea and tick control, so making sure they're still getting those things because that's extremely important. But if they don't have to leave their home and come and bring their pets out to us and things like that, we've been doing a lot of like telemedicine kind of health. And so, they'll videotape what their dog or cat is doing, or they'll take pictures and they'll put them up on YouTube for us. So we can see what their pet is doing, and we usually have a conversation. If it warrants them coming in, we'll have them come in. And so we do try, especially with some of our with our clients, we want to make sure that all of our clients, that when they need medications, though, like they can do a lot of things over the phone now. So they'll call, and we'll take payment over the phone now, and we'll bring things out to them. And then my employees, again, are just amazing. And so they've been making all the changes. Like we have to wear masks 24/7. So we actually lock our doors. So nobody's actually allowed to come into the hospital.
Okay.
But even in the hospital with my staff, we all wear masks throughout the day. We make sure again that we're wearing gloves, so all of our protective equipment. And so when we go see our pets and stuff, they're always wearing masks and those type of things, and trying to do things as safely as possible, trying to the least amount of contact as possible. So that's a huge change. we do it in a hospital, and how we really communicate. And so we've had to transition that way as well.
Yeah. Have you been able to keep most of your employees on staff? Have you had to furlough people to deal with social distancing in the office, or?
Yeah, so we have not. I have had recommended a couple of my staff, it'd probably be safer for them to stay home just because of age and those type of things.
Yeah.
We did have one staff member who didn't make her, but she chose to stay home. And so we have, the good thing is that my staff, some of them have been able to, because we have been fairly busy. So just for some reason, we've just seen a ton of emergency cases.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if owners, I feel like, because owners are home all the time now, and so they're seeing their pets, and they're like, I think they're just recognizing a lot more things, because they're spending way more time with their pets.
Isn't that funny?
They're recognizing way more things. So I'm constantly on the phone. But yeah, so a lot of owners. So we've had to actually make sure we've been able to keep all our staff, and other staff for people who are not coming in for various reasons, because any staff member, if they even feel sick or something like that, they stay home, which has been they're been really responsible. And so, but we've had other staff members been able to step up and take over a shift here and there, just so we can try to because it gets really busy, and because now all of our time with all of our appointments does take a lot longer, because everything's over the phone. So we're having to call them back, and so they have to bring the pet in. First, my techs have to inform, get all the information, the history taking, and then they bring the pet in, and then I do the exam and everything like that, and then I have to call the owner again, and we have to go over all my findings. Whereas before, obviously, all these things were done kind of almost at once. And So now that
people,
So now the timing is a little bit tougher, because all of our appointments are a lot longer now. And so, and then when you're seeing emergencies, that takes a lot more communication. And so that's been tough. But again, my staff has been amazing. My staff is extremely well educated, so I can hand a lot of things off to them. And so, like, my receptionist, my techs, and things like that are really amazing at being able to explain things to owner. So it can free me up, because I'm constantly on the phone.
I mean, things have changed so much for how we all do our day jobs now, but that's an added element to what you do every day that must take up a lot of time.
It's taking up a significant amount of time.
This might be a dumb question, but I'm just going to ask.
Never dumb questions. Okay.
Well, they say that animals can't get the coronavirus, but then there's that tiger that got the coronavirus.
So I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, that's great. All right. So unfortunately, we are seeing that our pets can get the virus. Now, again, thankfully, it looks like at least the early evidence is showing that our pets are not really cannot really transfer the disease to us. Okay, so that's very good. But we can transfer it to our pets, and so we are trying to educate our owners as best we can. I try to do it on social media as much as I can. I post it all the time, but we're trying to make sure owners know that, again, if they can, we really need them to make sure we're keeping dogs on leash. And that's really so that we're just making sure that your pet really isn't coming in contact with other people as well. Right. So it's a two-way street there, where we're hoping that people, keep their cats, if they can, indoors. All right. And so, and trying to keep your pets on a leash and still away from, really keeping your pets social distancing from other people as well is extremely important. And it does kill me to say that, because, again, I really want our pets to be well socialized. Right. I want them to meet everybody. I want our pets to think everybody is just the most wonderful person. But hopefully, just in the short term, we really want our pets. We really need to keep our pets on a leash. I know I hate saying this, but we really shouldn't be going to dog parks and going to these other places at the moment, just because, again, we don't want them coming in contact with other people. Okay, because again, the same with us. We just want to make sure, again, because our pets aren't wearing masks and things like that, and so we want to make sure that they are not, contracting, because they can get it, and so we want to make sure we're keeping them healthy as well.
Oh, then I'm glad I asked. I felt kind of silly.
Great question.
No, okay, and those are the tips. So, as much as we want to get our dogs out running, no dog parks for the time being.
Yeah, or again, and keep them on a leash. And so, because we want them exercise, we want to get them exercise, but have them making sure they're doing their social distancing. It's just when off a leash, dogs don't know how to social distance. So.
Oh, no, they're not good at that. No, that's funny. Yeah. So it sounds like you've gotten a little busier due to COVID-19. Yeah. So your life is a little busier. Yeah.
Just because our time of our appointments is longer, and we're dealing with so many more phone calls, and so that's really kind of the big thing. And like I said, I think owners are with their pets so much now; they're seeing just so many things. So that is, I think, part of the reason why.
That's cool. So, have many vets been set up for telehealth? Is this a new thing in veterinary medicine, or?
It's definitely a new thing, because it's extremely hard because you really can't diagnose diseases and things like that over the phone, and you really have to have a client-patient relationship, because you can't. I know Illinois, you cannot basically diagnose and prescribe medication to a pet basically they've never seen, and so. Right. But as long as we've seen them, I've had a history with them, it's definitely more comfortable being able to say, oh, this is most likely what's going on with your pet. And so, that makes it a lot easier to be able to provide that type of care for an owner. And so,
So it's important to have a relationship with your vet, like you do with your own general doctor, have a good relationship. So tell me about projects you have on the horizon. I've seen you're doing a lot of cool things. The podcast I mentioned, and another.
I can't say no to things. Is my problem.
You do too many things. But tell us real quick about.
The thing I've been so excited about is that I've started my nonprofit organization. It's the Vet Bros Pet Education Charitable Fund, and so because I do absolutely love. So even next Wednesday, this Wednesday, I'll be doing a little lecturing to the second grade class and a fourth grade class. It's the first time I'll be doing this over Zoom. But the part of the charitable fund is to really just provide education to really kids and young adults who want to be vets or who want to be animal caretakers, just to give them education on properly how to care for their pets. And so we also are hoping to provide scholarship money, as well as helping pet owners who need going under financial hardships, provide them with financial assistance. And then we also are trying to help set up a fund for being able to, with all these natural disasters, and we just had a really devastating thing in Carroll Stream where a kennel caught on fire. And so we want to be able to provide really support and help for those type of pets and people, and to educate them. And so that's really the mission of our charitable fund.
Tell us the website for that again, real quick. We'll drop it in the chat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's the Vet Bros PetEducation.org.
Okay.
And so that is so that's up and going. You can see all the videos. You will notice the most beautiful speaker on the video is my wife, who is who is describing our charitable fund. She does all my video voice dubs of all my videos.
She's a pro. She's the best.
Yeah, she is. She's the best. And so then I have this podcast called Healthy Tales. And so it is a podcast, but it's actually an internet radio talk show. And so I've been doing consulting for this new pet company, which I'm extremely excited about. They're doing an amazing job. And so one of the founders of that company, I just did a video for them, and he was like, you should think about doing a talk radio show. I was like, really wasn't thinking about doing such a thing. Yeah. But he pitched the idea to Voice America, and so we ended up collaborating. And I think there's I have a 13 episode deal kind of thing, and so it's really exciting. It is a lot of fun. I have my amazing co-host Dr. Elaine McCarthy, Dr. Robbie Unsel, and then my veterinary technician, Tim, are like my co-hosts. And so it's I get to interview the most amazing people. And so I just interviewed Dr. John Sarabasi, who is just, again, my mentor, one of the greatest vets I know. And so he's just this incredible person. So I get to really have fun just interviewing all my friends. And so, but teaching people on how to best take care of their pets. And so.
Well, your passion and energy just pops. So I am grateful that you're sharing your passion for veterinary education and pets with everyone from kids to podcast listeners. You know, we are appreciative of having that in our community. So I think that's really fabulous. That's so cool.
No, I appreciate it. I do. I absolutely love it. I have my wife has to like calm me down because I get so worked up because I get so excited about everything. And I promised her this is the last project though. I promised her this is the last project that I'm doing. And so, but yeah, I really do have the greatest, we do have the greatest community. I cannot tell you how amazing the community has been. They have been, because again, it's been impossible to get masks, you know? And so, you know, one of my office manager, just the greatest office manager in the world, her mom made us all these masks. We've had 2 other clients just make us tons of masks, and one of my technician's friends made us these little straps so it doesn't fit on our ears so badly. Again, and then I had this one of my owners, one of my pet owners. He is just one of the most amazing men. I don't know about Bob. He's the best. He, he bought us, helping small businesses out by even buying us lunch and things like that. And so it's been just this amazing thing, seeing how this amazing community has come together. So that's been, it's just been a blast. Seeing how in really hard times, just how wonderful people can be. And so that's been amazing.
And I think if you live your life with kindness and energy, then kindness and energy comes back. And I think that's true of your family. Your whole family makes our community better. So people want to help you too. So I'm glad you have your masks, because that's something I didn't think about, you know. So I'm glad people are providing those for you and your business. Yeah,
it's been very thankful. Because again, we've had a lot of surgeries and a lot of things that we had to do. And so obviously we need to have protective wear to be able to have these things. So it's extremely important.
Well, fabulous. So vetbrospet.education.org. We're going to look at that, and we're going to keep our eyes out for your podcast. Tell me once again what that's called.
It's called Healthy Tales. Healthy Tales. Yeah. It's on Voice of America. It's going to be Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It is.
Yeah.
Little logo. Helping you unleash your parenting power is our cute slogan that my wife came up with, of course, because she's brilliant.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. This was a really fun chat. I appreciate you taking the time out of your really busy day, because I know you just closed up shop. So I appreciate it.
Maura, we are so excited for you, your campaign. We cannot wait to get out. Believe me, I cannot wait to get out and knock on doors.
I know.
So you have just been an amazing, amazing candidate. We are super excited for you. So, all right.
And I really appreciate it. All right.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Wow. I am on a high from these 4 conversations I had. And just a little sliver of the small businesses in our community. There's so many other smart, energetic, wonderful business owners in our community, and I only brought you 4 of them tonight. So I think the takeaways are that we need to continue to support our small businesses as much as we can with gift cards. Another thing that's coming up, that if you are a small business owner, our Congresswoman Lauren Underwood, is having a virtual a virtual meeting tomorrow for small business owners, where she is going to go through some of the things that have happened with the Paycheck Protection Program and the Economic Injury Disaster Relief. If you go to her Facebook page, her Representative Underwood Facebook page, there's information there for you to sign up. I think it will be a really informative call if you are in need of some support right now from the federal government, which we all hope our small businesses get the support they need. So when we make it through the other side, our communities can thrive again. So, and I shouldn't say again, because we are thriving right now. As all of the people tonight talked about, we are supporting each other. We are making masks for each other. I'm just really grateful to live in the 49th district with so many wonderful people. I'm grateful that you spent a little bit of time with us tonight, and thank you. Next week, we will be doing a Facebook Live with some mental health providers in the district to talk about dealing with some feelings and anxieties that are coming up. So, but tonight I'm leaving on a high note from chatting with all these fabulous people. So that's it from me. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out our campaign Facebook page and our campaign website, votemora.com, and get in touch. Drop us a line. We'd love to have you on our team. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye.